back. This is basic beat number 4. We're going to branch on what we did last week and have some fun. So let's do it. All right, basic beat number 4. Here's what's going on. This is how this connects to what we did last week, okay? And really everything we've done leading up to this point. Basic beat number 1 was the bass drum focusing on the 1 and 3. And as we built up over time, we got used to playing 2 notes in a row. And that's what's happening here. We're utilizing the foundation, that 1 and 3 that we learned with the bass drum in the very beginning. And now what we're doing is we're playing 2 notes consecutively. So remember, we practice at counting. It makes it easier. We're going to count the 1 and play both those on the bass drum. And then we're going to take 2 and, little break for the bass drum. And then 3 and, we're going to play both those on the bass drum again. And then 4 and, we'll take a break again. Okay? So let's get rid of the hi-hat and the snare drum. Let's focus just on our feet. And here's how this one goes. 1 and 2 and, ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now let's take it a little bit slower just to kind of line up and you can play along with me. Again, nice and slow. I'll play it a few times and then you kind of pause the video and practice this and get used to it. And then we'll start to add everything back in. All right? So here we go slow. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, you'll just keep practicing that over and over again. Now, it's the continuous, these 2 notes in a row. So obviously, we want to count, make sure we're sequenced in together. But getting our legs used to this, right? We're used to doing so many things with our hands, especially we practice different rudiments and different exercises and stuff, that we often neglect our feet. So playing 2 beats in a row, and we did this last time, but doing it twice in 1 beat, and really if you stretch this out continuous over and over and over again, it's those 2 notes forever, forever, forever. We want to make sure we condition our leg to play that. So that's really important. And then the next step is, of course, we add back to what we did on the hi-hat and the snare drum. And remember, with this series, we've had one thing very consistent. This consistency is that all 8 notes, the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, are all played on the hi-hat. And it's just non-stop. So whether we're playing it slow, really slow, okay, or fast, it's the guide, right? We count it. We make sure we count out loud, and this guides it. So that allows us to line that bass drum up. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to play the hi-hat, and we're going to kind of line it up with the bass drum. And the last thing we'll do is we'll add that snare, but not just yet. All right, so here we go. Hi-hat with our right hand, right foot on the bass drum. 1 and 2 and ready and go. 1 and, oops, we forgot 2 hits. Making mistakes is okay. Let's go back and do that again. You ready? Here we go. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Much better, right? We're allowed to make mistakes. So what's going on too is you hear that in this case, because we're not adding the snare drum yet, we play 2 with the bass drum and then there's 2 hi-hat notes without the bass drum. Now it's not just counting and lining things up, it's also the awareness of what we're doing. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we got this 2 hits in a row, and then the hi-hat plays 2 hits without the bass drum. Let's play that a little slower and give ourselves a chance to really listen to that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so it's 2 on and then 2 off. All right, so that's really cool, that awareness. That helps us really guide to what we're going to play. All right, now we're just going to add the snare drum back in. The snare drum, again, is going to be on 2 and 4. We talked about the other consistency besides the hi-hat, is that the snare drum will always be on 2 and 4. Okay, so what's going to happen is, we'll kind of cut the hi-hat out for a minute. We're going to play those 2 bass drum hits in a row, and then following those, our snare drum happens. And then what will happen is, after 2, there's an and after 4, there's an and, those are going to be silent in a way that we're not playing either of these. And the hi-hat will go the whole time, so that will never stop playing. But it lets you know that it's like a break, like the hi-hat plays by itself on the and after 2 and after 4, and mentally it helps us kind of link up and be consistent. And this is basically a pattern that goes over and over again. It's just 2 hits, 1 hit, nothing. 2 hits, 1 hit, nothing, with constant. So different ways to kind of look at the same beat gives you a better understanding and a way to create this stronger muscle memory. So it looks like this. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right, that consistency helps us guide. What's really cool is now that we're not playing the hi-hat, we're not counting right this second, we kind of feel that 8th rest falls after the 2, 4, and that's that and right here. And all right, cool. Let's add the hi-hat in. Let's see how this thing works together. So remember, this is constant. This never stops, okay? This is the guide. So everything we count, we play this. Do not count anything unless you're playing this, and do not play this unless you're counting something. That'll keep you all locked up. So even if you kind of go through, through it a little slow, it's okay. All right, take your time. 1 and 2 and here we go. 1 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You want to feel that music because part of that muscle memory is developing that flow, that control, that groove, that what drummers call a pocket. You gotta feel comfortable, locked into that. Okay, and then you can try a little faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And what's important to realize too is a lot of drummers tend to want to learn things and speed it up. All right, don't worry about the speed. What matters more than anything is that you're locked in, you're solid, and you're grooving. So I don't care if it's fast, slow. You want to make sure that you're solid and clean, and that's going to build that muscle memory that we talked about. All right? So enjoy this beat. This is basic beat number 4, and I'll see you next time for basic beat number 5. Take care.